Good morning, students. I am your new lecturer, Ravi S. Kumbar, lecturer in KLS Gokte, College of Commerce, Belgaum. So, let us start with a session on Introduction to Syllabus. So, first begins with the learning objective of the retail management. Dear students, once studied a retail management subject, you are able to understanding the following aspects. So, the first objective of the retail management is to create awareness about the retail business format. It means once a student studied the retail business formats, they will come to know that what are the organized, unorganized retail sector, and what do you mean by traditional and modern retail aspects. You will come to know that the thorough aspects. And after that, the objective of this subject is to develop entrepreneur skill among the students. It means once a student studied retail management, and they will come to know that what are the skills are necessary to become an entrepreneur, because the retail management is a part and parcel of entrepreneur skill. Because once a student is going to study the retail management aspect, he will come to know that what are the distribution aspects, and in which method we have to distribute the goods and services, and what way we have to distribute, and what way we have to approach the customers, because as per the customer needs and wants and demands, we have to supply the goods and services. So only once a student you are going to study a retail management, you will come to know that the skills of entrepreneur, and retail management is a part and parcel of one of the skill to become an entrepreneur. And the third objective of this subject is to promote job skills in retail sector. So once you study the retail management and retail aspects, retail strategies and techniques, you will become to know that which type of or what type of jobs are suitable to people. Because nowadays, just you have to take it a hypermarket. In that hypermarket, the more than 17,000 workers are required in the different positions, such as executive or introducer or good supplier or seller, marketer or the rack maintainer. We have a different the job opportunities. Means once you study the retail management, the tactics and the strategies will become what are the job opportunities in the retail sectors, and nothing but what are the careers in the retail sectors. And let's move to the next objective, that is fourth objective, to promote marketing strategy among the students. It means once a student studied retail management aspect, they will become to know that what are the marketing strategy. Dear students, today the market is growing day by day. So in that moment, the catching the customer is too difficult. So because of that, if you studied retail management, we will become to know that what are the strategies to catch the customers. So that strategies and techniques you will be learned by the retail management. So these are the main four objectives of the retail management. And moreover, the marketing strategies relating to the pricing mix and relating to the marketing mix, you will be learned under the third and fourth unit. And let us start with the next begins with the detailed study of your retail management subject. Dear students, I would like to tell you one more aspect. The subject is 80 to 20. It means 80 marks is written paper and 20 marks is internal assessment test. As you know already, because you are the third semester students, you are well known about regarding the university examination as well as internal examinations. So let us start with the first unit. But one thing I would like to tell you, that your first unit is taught by your ma'am, and the next remaining second and third and fourth and fifth chapters in detailed will study it. But in today's class, just I will discuss an overview of the syllabus, and after completion of the overview, just I will I will touch the overview of the first unit once again. The first unit is Introduction to Retail Management. See, dear student, in these chapters we are learning what is retail and what is retail management, and what are the evolution of when the retail management is going to established or started, meaning and definition of retail management, and what are the role and responsibilities of the retailer, and how the retailer is a link between the manufacturer and final consumer. And next, what is e-retailing and what are the advantages and disadvantages of the e-retailing. These are the aspects we are going to learning from the chapters. Already you studied these aspects in these aspects is taught by your ma'am. The next chapter is what? That is retail development and formats. Dear students, the कहने का मतलब ये है, the retail development and formats in retailing, it means retail development means the growing, how the retail is going to develop and what method and what formats, in what format they are going to be developed. So such as the retail development in the sense of what organized and unorganized. So organized means what? There is a set of rules and regulations, there is a set of principles regarding the retail aspects. And unorganized means there is no any specific, there is no any set of rules and regulations for the distribution of goods and services. That is unorganized. And traditional and as well as modern. Traditional means, as you know already, mandis and melas and the road shopkeepers, these are all traditional retailers. And modern means, as you know already, regarding the big bazaar and that is your DMart and hypermarket, supermarket, these are all called it as that is modern retailing aspects. So again, these are the divided. So once we are going to discussing the detail, the chapter, at the moment I will tell you, I will teach you the each and every aspect in detail. So these are the main important aspects we have to learning from the second chapter. Now what is third chapter? What is going to explain in third chapter? So in third chapter, dear students, we are going to learning that is the retail expansion. See, what is retail expansion? Retail expansion means how the retail sector is growing, developing day by day. So that is we are going to learn from this chapters. And why and what is necessary the retail expansion? It means from this unit, meaning and definition of retail expansion, and what is the needs and what are the reasons the retail expansion. And next, foreign direct investment, because the once a foreign direct investment is entered, it is a part and parcel of expansion, because every the small business intention is to grow and growing day by day. So because of that only, the retail or retailing aspect or retailing business, they want to grow and day to day. So because of that, the retail expansion means what? Growing or developing or improving the or growing the day by day. So again, after that, foreign direct investment meaning and importance and FDI policies, advantage, disadvantage of foreign direct investment, internationalization, franchising means what, and franchising merits and demerits. So these all things we are going to learning from third chapters. So let us, the fourth unit, what are the main important aspects in the fourth chapter? Dear students, in the fourth chapter we are learning retail pricing. Students, the retail pricing means what? The retailer is a linker or is a agent between the manufacturer and final consumer. He has to purchase the goods in a bulk manner and is going to break into the small pieces and sell into the customers as per his regarding prices. And retailing pricing is one of the most important aspects in the retailing aspect. So from this chapters we are learning concept of retail pricing, elements of retail pricing, and as well as determination of price, retail pricing strategy. So these are all the things, markup and markdown methods relating to the pricing. So these are all the aspects we have to learning from the four chapters. And what is important, the next is what? Fifth chapter, that is a retail marketing mix. See, retail marketing means what? As you know already, marketing student, you studied under the marketing mix also. And what is retail marketing means? The retail marketing mix is a continuous aspect of marketing mix and is a part and partial also, because marketing means is a combination of the 4 P's and plus 3 P's. So at the same time, retailing means what? Is a distribution of goods and services to the end user or final consumer. So while a retailer supplying or distributing the goods and services from wholesaler to final consumer, at the moment he has to use some mix. Those are the marketing mix, because he has to bring the product in a bulk manner, he has to divide into segment pieces, then he has to supply that. So that in such case also he is going to using certain marketing mix. So such as that marketing mix, concept of segmentation, targeting, product positioning, and already you studied in marketing mix in second semesters. Even though we will detail studied once we are going to starting the fifth unit. And after that, what are the forms of retail communication mix, advertising, sales promotion, and public relations in social media. So these are all the aspects in the fifth unit. But the most important, already you studied first unit, that is retail management, introduction to retail management. And first I will touch the once again overview of the first unit. After overview completion of the first unit, in the next class we are going to study that is retail development and formats of retails. Dear students, retail means what? So the retail means, as you know, regarding what do you mean by retail, correct or not? So retail retail means selling or vending the goods and services. And management means what? Because the two aspect is there, na? Retail means what, management means what. So retail is sending or supplying or selling the goods and services. Management in the sense of what? It is a technique and strategies or methods to conducting any activity. Means under the management we have a lot of techniques, we have a lot of strategies to conducting the any activities. So because of that, the retail management is an aspect, it involved the lot of techniques and strategies and methods to supplying the goods and services. So that is known about what retail management. And one more, the most important, the retail management, it is not a new aspect. The retail management is from the beginning of it is established. Yes, the retail management from the human civilizations. From the civilization also, the retail management concept is there. But it is the day by day is going to growing. The next important is what? The first unit in that retail evolution. As you know regarding, once we look into that diagram, how the human evolution is there, like that, the first like this, and next, and today we are like this in position. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. That is right now we are in the human. So like that, again, as you know regarding the phone, what is evolution of phone? The first is what? That land phone, again is small changes, and after that, after this, again this type of model, again this type of model, again wireless, and again that small keypad mobile will come. Again right now we are all using that is a smartphones. That is the evolution of a phone. And laterly, as you know regarding car, and this is the evolution of car system. And laterly we will come to know that the evolution of retail management. See, dear students, in the human civilizations, already I told you, the retailing or retail aspect, it is not a new aspect. It is started from human civilizations. From that moment, we are going to selling the goods and services, barter system. It means we are give something product and the same quantity of other goods we are going to receive. This is known about what? The barter system. The barter system is a system of transactions where used to exchanging the valuable they used to possess and has some value of in the eyes of other persons. We are give something and we are receiving something. That is known about what? The barter system. That is the first phase of evolution in the retail management. And later in the second phase, the small change in that phase, that what will happen? Adoption of common means of currency. We are exchanging the goods and services. We are giving the currency and we are accepting the goods and services. And laterly, the third phase, the small stores are transforming into the big stores. And whatever the departmental stores are shifted into the Walmart. This is a evolution of your retail management. Once we are going to looking into these diagrams, we will come to know that what exactly the evolution of retail management. So next we will move to the meaning of retail, because still I am going to the giving a overview of a first unit. Once I completed, because I already studied these aspects, and because of I am not going through the in detailed the first unit, just I will give the highlights of these aspects, and after that once I will start with as usual that second chapters. Next is what a meaning of retail management. And retail means what? Retail is a sale of goods or services from individual or business to end user. It means, dear student, retail is an aspect of selling the goods or sell the goods and services from individual to end user. This process is known about what? Retail. And we take it one more meaning. Retailers are part of integrated system of called supply chain, because once goods are manufactured and they have to reach to the end user, that is a customer. Because while reaching the goods from manufacturer to customer, in between there is a supply chain. That chain is a part and parcel of that is a retail. And third meaning is what? A retailer purchases the goods or products in a large quantity from the manufacturer directly. After that, he is break into the small pieces and sell into the according to his convenient method. This is also one of the way of the retailing aspects. And I think you all know about the retailing meaning. The next, what are the functions of a retailer? See, functions is nothing but a role and duties of a retailer. The function of retailer is buying and assembling. It means he has to buy the goods from the wholesaler or middleman in a bulk manner, and whatever he buy the goods or services in a bulk manner, he is divided into the small pieces, and according to he will be assembled as per the convenient places. Then he is going to selling the goods and services. The first duty is what he is going to buying the goods and assemble in a one place. Then he laterally is going to sell the goods into the as per the customer needs and wants and demands. Next, warehousing and storing means whatever he buy the goods and he has to store in a some place. Once he store the goods, that place is what? Warehousing. Selling means what? He is going to sell the goods and services to the customer's needs at the final consumer. Credit facility, it means he has to give the goods to the customers in a credit basis. Because as you know regarding commerce people, what do you mean by credit facilities? Just I am going to just giving the highlights of these aspects. First thing, again he is a risk bearer, grading and packing, because once he is going to buying the goods in a bulk manner, he will divide into small pieces. After that he is going to have given certain grade, and after as per the grade then he is going to making a packing. And collection and supply of the marketing information as per the marketing marketing need, he is going to supply the goods and services, and helps in introduction of new product, window display of advertisement. So these all are the functions of a retailer. Then let us move to the next aspect, that is challenges faced by retailer in India. See, the retailer is going to face many problems. Not only this, what I am going to showing you in the slide, it is not just in general I am going to taking. But if you look into the internally, the retailer are going to facing the many problems, such as financial problems and that intermediary problems. They are going to facing many problems. Let us look into the challenges faced by the retailers in India. The first one is automatic approval is not allowed for the foreign direct investment. Means once we are giving chance to foreign direct investment, they are not give chance to automatic approval regarding the retail. And the regulations, restrictions, real estate purchase and clubbing local laws. And because the foreign direct investment, they are not regulating, they are not accepting the local laws and principles. And taxation, which favors small retail business. And absence of developed supply chain and integrated IT management. Because the supply chain is one of the most important aspects, as you learn under the higher education. But let I tell you the supply chain management. See, today the supply chain is very developed, means very developed. In such type of, it is too difficult to small retailers. They can't interfere into the that is supply chain. Because in the developed retail supply chain management, they cannot be adopt and they cannot be accept the such type of supply chain. So only it is one of the challenge to them. And also the integrated IT management. IT management means what? Information technology. It is too improved and it is to be developed. Because of that, it is too difficult to the retailers. And lack of trained workforce, low skill level for retailing management, lack of retailing courses, intrinsic complexity of retailing, rapid price changes and low marginal activities. Because of that, the retailers are going to face the number of challenges. So these are the challenges faced by the retailers. The last aspect of your first unit, that is what is e-retailing. Dear students, the e-retailing means online retailing. Means online we are going to purchasing the goods and services. It means they are going to selling the goods and services online. That is business to customers. B2B, B2C you will learn about. So in that business to customers we are going to referring under the e-retailing. Let us see that shopping through internet and other media form. This is known what e-retailing. Anything anywhere at click on the button, that is also e-retailing. Anything anywhere refer to products and services, that is e-retailing. And because of COVID-19 pandemic, so we all are using that is e-retailing aspects. and commonly know about as e-ticketing, electronic retailing. So these are all the aspects and part and parcel of e-retailing. And what are the advantages of e-retailing? These are all the things you studied under the water in first rate. And one more important aspect I would like to touch the aspect, that is the retailer as a link between the manufacturer and to the final consumer. Because a retailer is an intermediary person between the manufacturer as well as the final consumer, because he has to buy the goods and services from the manufacturer in a bulk manner. He is make into the small pieces, and as per this convenient, as per the market need, as per the customer's needs and wants and demands, he is going to supply the goods and services. So these are all the things we studied under the first units. But my intention of this today class is what? Just I would like to introduce the syllabus, and also just I will give the overview unit of the first units, what you learn in the previous classes. These are all the things taught by your madam. So in the next class, dear students, I will begin with your second chapter, that is retail development and formats in retailing. So we will meet in the next class with a new topic, that is second chapter. Thank you. We'll meet you tomorrow.